Alright guys, so up here with the trackpad just on my desk here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to be doing the gestures on here, and then I'm going to be showing you, recorded from my screen, what those gestures do. So basically 2 cameras going at the same time. So basically to move, obviously, it is just like a trackpad. You just move along like that. To click, you can just click like this. As you can see, I'm clicking the tab button here. And then you just click and you can hear the device actually clicking. Then obviously double click, you can, it's really simple. Then obviously double click, you can, it's really simple. I don't know how do I show that to you. Let's go back and we'll do double click. And double click and it should work. As you can see, I searched Apple. Next one, we can do right click, and I set up right click. You can either have 2 clicks like this, which comes up just as seen there, or you can have right click like this down at the bottom, just like that. So next one, we can do right click, and I set up right click. You can either have 2 clicks like this, which comes up just as seen there, or you can have right click like this down at the bottom, just like that. I set up down at the bottom. You can have both at the same time, which is what I've got. You can have click and drag, which you can just see 1 finger there and then just drag it around. You can have click and drag, which you can just see 1 finger there and then just drag it around, just like a normal trackpad. You can have the 2 finger scrolling, which just bring it up and down. You can have the 2 finger scrolling, which just bring it up and down, which I can show you on what page should we know? Below the apple.com page. So double click, as you saw there, to get the thing. Apple.com. Sorry, that's just a box falling down there. Just using it so I remember all the gestures, and you can see at the bar and just scroll down and scroll up. Switch application, so this loads expose, just like that, which is absolutely fantastic, and down, so you can do it again, and then up, down, along. Switch application, so this loads expose, just like that, which is absolutely fantastic, and down, so you can do it again, and then up, down, along, and you've got your ones that are loaded, so that loads expose. You can go backwards and forwards on the Safari, so if I click on the, there you go, back, forward, using 3 fingers, just like that. You can go backwards and forwards on the Safari, so if I click on the, there you go, back, forward, using 3 fingers, just like that. So for screen zoom, you press Control and then you zoom in like that, so that's screen zoom. So you press Control on your keyboard and then just drag in and you're zooming into the screen. So for screen zoom, you press Control and then you zoom in like that, so that's screen zoom. So press Control on your keyboard and then just drag in and you're zooming into the screen, as you can see on, well, the other side that I'm showing you. Pinch and zoom. Oh yeah, there we go. I can show you pinch and zoom. Oh yeah, there we go. I can show you pinch and zoom, but I can't show you rotate because I haven't found anything to rotate. That's it really, basically. We'll go on over to the trackpad system preferences now. So you've got the tracking speed, you've got the double click speed, you've got the scrolling speed. Then you've got a tap to click. You can drag, which I just accidentally turned off, drag lock. So if you tap it once and then drag, it'll be fine. Then you've got secondary click, which I set up down there, which I showed you just a minute ago. You've got a scroll, which I showed you as well. You can rotate, just as they've done there. Pinch to open and close. There you go. And then you've got screen zoom, which I showed you as well. Secondary tap, which I also showed you. And then you've got swipe to navigate, so you can go along through things. Swipe up and down for expose. And then you've got swipe right to left to switch applications. So that's basically all I can say for overview. So now that I've shown you the basic gestures on the trackpad and just see how it works, I wanted to give you sort of my overall review and overview of this. First of all, I have to admit, I was using this and I thought, you know, I really don't like it that much. I thought, okay, it's a bit difficult, you know, But actually, after about 10 minutes of getting into it, absolutely loved it. You know, I'm really in love with this trackpad now. You know, obviously at the end of the day, it is still a trackpad. You know, it's just the same as any other trackpad. There's nothing special about it except that it's a lot bigger. And, you know, it's specifically, you know, more meant for desktops and laptops, but of course it's seamless with both. But what I think, you know, really made me fall in love with this is the whole, you know, it's the width of it. It gives you so much to play around with. You know, it makes everything so much easier. What I've really found is I've just been doing some video editing with it. And doing video editing, instead of clicking the clip in iMovie and then dragging it up. Sorry, my thing's just fallen down. So instead of clicking the clip and dragging it up, and it sort of did hurt your hand, but you just tap it and you've got so much, you know, room to put it in. Video editing, it's not something I can show you, it is something you have to feel. So just go into an Apple store where you are, and if you're thinking about getting a trackpad, just go onto iMovie. They always have like pre-made videos that you can edit, and just use it. You know, it's just seamless. It works really well. I think, you know, if I had to give you one word, it's just smooth. It gives you a lot more real estate to play with. You know, photos, it is so useful for zooming in and out, scrolling down the page, it's so much easier. Because in the Magic Mouse, instead of you're scrolling like this on the trackpad, on the Magic Mouse you're going like that, and that just starts to hurt your hand after a while. So, you know, it is a lot better. I highly recommend this. You know, obviously it is £60, $70. So, you know, I understand it's an accessory. It is not a main thing. A mouse will do just fine. The Magic Mouse is wonderful. I just prefer, you know, at the moment I'm preferring the trackpad. I'm sure I will swing back and forth between the two. So what my overall review is that I know it's an accessory. I know at the end of the day it's just a trackpad, and I know it's £60, $70, and that is a little bit, you know, I think that's on the pricey side. It was the price point I was expecting, but it is a little bit on the pricey side. But would I say, if, you know, will you feel the difference? If you're a video editor, I would definitely say, you know, YouTuber, this would be very useful because you do feel the difference. I would endorse it. I would say go get it, because you're not going to be disappointed with it, and obviously you've still got your 14-day period if you want to turn it back, if you want to return it. To Apple. So I definitely think it is worth it. I'm glad I bought it. It's going to make video editing so much easier, and I'm also a person who does a lot of photos, so that is going to be a lot easier, and scrolling and swiping and expose. I know a lot of you miss that with the Mighty Mouse to Magic Mouse switch, because Mighty Mouse used to have buttons on the side specifically for expose, and it was a lot difficult with the Magic Mouse, but now you just swipe up with 4 fingers or swipe down, swipe across, and expose works amazingly. So I'm really happy with this. Great purchase. At the end of the day, I have to say, it is a trackpad. It is £60, it is $70. If you can afford it, go for it, you won't be disappointed. If not, the Magic Mouse or any other mouse is just fine in the meantime. So this is my review, basically. It's smooth, it's great, it's awesome. Glad I bought it. It's going to make my life a lot easier for video editing and a lot quicker. So take care, have a great day overall. I'll see you in the next video. Please subscribe, comment, rate. Bye!